you hang up, and it's like, oh, this is so great. And then we're
What's up, B Nation? Y'all, I'm sorry about the TV. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm not sure that I had this. I shut it down. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, B Nation? I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. Okay. I had a wonderful Valentine's Day. So of course, guys, y'all know why I'm here. Y'all saw the title. We did it. We did. We're monetized, you guys. We have so guys, super chats and all those things are on. Of course, now there will be a few ads in some of the replays that you will listen to now. So you can kind of, which you guys already know, but I just want to at least come out and talk to you guys about it. So yeah, so there's going to be, when you listen to the replay, there's going to be, ads and stuff in those replays. Now then, before I think before I was not monetized, you still had ads, but this time when I have ads, I get a portion of that. What's up, creation? Thank you, beautiful. Yeah, so I want to come on and just thank all of the nation. You guys are the bomb.com. I appreciate you guys so much. Creation, I finally put on the only folks that can comment is subscribers. So those that want to come and start mess, they can't do that unless they become a subscriber, right? And so then we know how to handle family. So y'all, so I'm so excited. Like I said, I want to come on and just give a big shout out to B Nation for hanging in there with me, watching the videos to help me reach that goal. So I really appreciate it. And also, y'all, I didn't put this on the title, but I also wanted to make comments about. I did see the video with Mary and the pastor, which I thought was a very good, a very good show. Right, I thought the pastor was extremely helpful, and it just kind of confirmed some of the things that we were already saying over here in B Nation. That the conflict with Nary is, okay, I'm just not going to let you lie on me, but okay, but how far should I really go, knowing that we have a child in the middle of this, um, in the middle of this divorce case. And so it is important that sometimes you do have to put the kid first, and then sometimes your retaliation, um, or trying to defend yourself have to become almost, it's almost secondary. But it doesn't mean that it's sometimes that it's not necessary, right? That's true. Let me put that up, creation. Thank you, Mackie, because honey, Mackie, you're mine. I promise you, help us reach that goal. Thank you. But we want you to get here. Okay. We thank God for the 4,000 watch hours, but Mackie, we want you to get healed and enjoy the rest of your life. And so yeah, guys. So like I was saying about Nary and the pastor, which I thought was, like I said, I thought was a very good interview. I also thought, those that are watching 23, go ahead and like the video. If you're not a subscriber, you cannot comment. So if you want to become a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I think you can't even get involved right at the moment. I think I have it at an hour or so, for you to be able to even be able to make a comment even after you join, right? So yeah, I really enjoyed Nary's, like I said, interview with the pastor. It was helpful for him, and like I said, his conflict between how far to go and how not to go concerning his kid. Keeping his kid at the forefront. It is important. Thank you, Vivi. I appreciate you. And so we most definitely need to keep Nary in our prayers because he is in a difficult situation. And like I said, I think the kids come first. regardless of what you feel about their parents. But at the same time, you still have to show your kid. You just don't let people bully you around, even if it's the other, even if it's your parent, right? And so, I can tell Nary wants to do the right thing, and I can also tell that Nary is most definitely hurting as well. That he is. This is a unfortunately, I can tell that he just has regretted his decision uh, to be in a relationship with Krista and Sheena. I mean, his choices of women in the past have not been that great, and we all have to, be honest. Ours have not either, right? We have not always made the best decisions when it comes to relationships. Um, uh, Creations I do too, that we have not made the best decision concerning relationships. So I understand where Nary is, right? You try to figure out why is it I keep choosing the same type of person, right? But just in different bodies. Um, I hope both of those ladies are listening and will think about their children and stop the food. I totally agree. Um, I'm just not sure why they're doing what they're doing. Well, I know they both want Mary back, but that ship has sailed, is what I'm saying. And they need to understand that Nary is only one man, and that there's plenty here in the world. And part of you being able to attract someone, you need to make sure that you are sound mind. And both of them are not sound. Krista nor Sheena, they are not sound people, right? And so for people to want to be in a relationship with you, part of them have to see that you are sound, right? Nary needs to get himself some counseling and seek healing. Those ladies need to. I totally agree. And his first step is working with that pastor, which I think is great, right? He most definitely needs offline counseling for sure. And this is why I say to y'all, ooh, y'all, when you're going through a divorce, you got to be careful what you add on, additional things that you're adding onto your plate, right? See, this is what I'm saying. You got to close one door sometimes before you open up another door. You can take the other route, but so you won't be overwhelmed, and so the person that you have in the relationship won't be overwhelmed with all the drama that's going along with you and you trying to get out of the marriage is not affected. Close the door before moving on. Y'all, use wisdom. Close the door before moving on. It is important that you do that so you won't find yourself now trying to deal with a new situation and trying to deal with the old situation um, at the same time. That has to be overwhelming. But I hope Nary gets the counseling that he needs. I hope Krista and Sheena gets the help and counseling that they need. And I hope, Alicia. Well, we know that Alicia Kim goes she goes the counseling, so we know that she's working through her trauma as well. And I noticed, like I said, I noticed that Mackie did another video not too long ago, and he's pretty much saying the same thing. He's repeating the same thing, which none of us care, right? He keeps talking about character and morals, but he have none when he has 4 wives and multiple baby mothers. I don't think he fully understands what character and integrity is. I mean, I just don't know whether he put those two together. Creation, what did you say? But we don't think straight until after we get ourselves in the mess, get through that divorce and heal yourself before proceed. Listen to me, y'all. Creation, I promise you, I'm gonna read this out loud for everybody that's on the channel. Y'all, before I read it, share the live. Make sure you leave a comment. If you can't leave a comment, that means you're not a subscriber. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to read this for everyone that's on the live and the people in the back. This is some of the best advice we're going to be able to give you over here at BNation. It is for your own protection. Here we go. But we don't think straight until after we get ourselves in the mess. Get through that divorce. Heal yourself before you proceed with a new relationship. You can't, listen, we can't give you no better advice. Y'all, we cause unnecessary warfare on ourselves. And the reason why I'm praying for Nary, because this is a lot to bear. You got your children's mother, the children's mother, all on the internet acting like bad, crazy, bitter women. As in if this somehow is going to save their relationship with Nary. This is what they don't fully understand, BNation. They will, listen, things will never be the same between them and Nary. We are praying for the best. We are wishing the best. But what they have done, he will never, never trust them again. He will co-parent with them, but the relationship is just damaged. And some things you can't recover. You're not going to be able to recover certain relationships. And if I was married, I wouldn't want to recover any relationship with them. I would be cordial and I would treat them kind because those are my children's mother. That would be it. That would totally be it. Oh yeah, Mackie, he just needs counseling. You know, he's cut off his friends because they told him to leave Alicia Kim alone, leave that girl alone, move on. You divorce her. Absolutely. But the problem with Mackie, likelihood he gonna leave this earth just the way that he is. Thank you, Saint Mary. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of BNation making this happen. But Mackie, y'all, but Mackie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there is help for Mackie, but I just don't think that Mackie is going to change. I think I think he's gonna die the way that he is. I mean, I'm just telling you. If we're looking for change with him, it would be a miracle. The only way he stops talking if he just gets sick and go in the hospital. That's just, so I think our expectation for him, correct. He is set in his ways creation, correct. So the likelihood of us seeing any change in Mackie, no, I had it for today, St. Mary. It was today at 11 a.m. And the other one was Let's Chat that we did 8 o'clock that morning, Eastern time. Yep. So, I think Mackie is going, I think Mackie is going to, no, I do. I think Mackie is going to leave this earth just the way that he is. He going to leave this earth dogging Alicia out and upset and mad because he thought that Alicia, like I said, the issue, all of their issues, all of the men issues have to do with Alicia. Like Rum Ram issue that Alicia didn't give him any play. For one, he talking about people being married, but he was married when he was in DMing Alicia Kim. So he's upset because Alicia Kim didn't give him any play. Mackie's upset because he thought he could divorce Alicia Kim, and Alicia Kim was not going to move on as quick as she did. So his ego is just wounded. His pride is wounded. I'm sure. Listen, y'all, men are visual, and men think about people setting up the woman that they love. That's part of what he is struggling to get over. Because that baby is a sign saying, hey, listen, I'm having sex with a younger dude. So what I'm saying, that's Mackie's struggle. Y'all, they are visual. And to imagine someone else, giving it to her, right? That's why he's upset about that, upset about, her getting pregnant and all that kind of stuff. So that's his issue, right? And I don't think that's going to change. That is just not going to change. Correct. Correct. And he was using um that's exactly right. Yeah, he's y'all men are visual. They don't want to think about somebody else having any sexual relations with the person that they love. And he fully understands that there is no coming back, right? And I think that's another thing that's very hard for him to process, right? Kim is not coming back. So since I know a part of me knows that she's not coming back, I'm gonna try to bring as much damage to her as I possibly can. Bottom line. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my heart goes out to all the children that are involved. My heart goes out to Nary. This is a lot for him to juggle, and to handle, trying to determine when to defend himself, when not to defend himself, and how much to tell. Why? Because she has that's his daughter's mama. Exactly, creation. Exactly. Thank you so much, Saint Mary. Y'all hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. You said he correct. Good morning, Wet. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed your Valentine's Day. I did, baby. It was so nice. I ate up something nice here. I had a crab cake, y'all. I had a beet salad. I had some chicken noodle soup. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, it was the bomb.com. I enjoyed myself. I went out and it was good. I hope y'all had a good time as well. But yeah, but I thought what Nary presented with the pastor was really, really good. And I pray that he finds some level of peace. And I pray that he allows this pastor to really mentor him and how he needs to function as a Christian man. That's my prayer. And I pray that same thing for Alicia Kim, that God gives her the wisdom that she needs to be able to navigate this thing called life, and understand, what decisions that she needs to make to not bring extra drama into her life. And like I said, Sheena and Krista and Mackie, like I said, Mackie just gonna die the way he just when on his way out, he's gonna be talking about Alicia Kim. I mean, I hate that y'all. I don't see that changing at all. Krista and yeah, absolutely. And I don't. You know what? St. Mary, absolutely. You know what tripped me out and how they talk about how he looked. Mackie, but how I looked like he looked. Mackie just got muffled. So what? Yeah, creation. Yeah, he on let me put creation. Yeah, creation. Mackie when he did that interview on a Rum Ram thing, he said it. He said he gave his life to God in 2000 and something. I can't remember the date. I don't know if he said 2003, 2004. I can't remember 2001. I can't remember. But he said he gave his life to the Lord and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Mackie says that he is a Christian. He gave the date when he gave his life to the Lord. That he's been living for the Lord. He don't realize that the Lord got a problem with him having four divorces and multiple baby mamas. He don't know the word holiness. he doesn't fully understand what he believes in, right? He just, he just think that he can accept the Lord and just live any kind of way. Well, a lot of Christians think that they don't believe, they don't fully grasp that when you accept the Lord as your Savior, what you're saying is that I'm going to be holy. I'm going to live to the best of my ability to bring honor and respect to Christ. You don't just get to live how you want to live. You just don't get to do whatever you want to do. Most people don't fully understand that. Christian said he must have back. Yo, but y'all, he's not the only one. There are a lot of Christians that don't live a holy lifestyle. They have sex before marriage. They still get to cussing and carrying on. They still, and listen, don't get me wrong. It takes time for some of that stuff to purge, right? Because you don't get saved and just all of a sudden you just some of the things you just stop doing. You stop doing, right? It just doesn't work that way sometimes. Sometimes it does. Like when I first got saved, I really stopped cursing. Like I didn't curse anymore, right? It was something that God delivered me from instantly. And I'm talking about, just because I used to be a cursor. I used to curse you out left and right. But when I got saved in my 20s, I just stopped cursing. Now I'm not saying I've never cursed somebody out in my head. Like I went, but people don't hear me like cursing. But now I do have to repent sometimes because I be going off on people in my head. Um, but all that vulgar, no, that's something that I was kind of delivered from when once I got saved. So people just think they can live however they want to live. I don't do a lot of things because I have the Holy Spirit, and I know when the Holy Spirit is telling me not to do something. But people don't live their lives like that. They give them, they accept the Lord as a Savior, but they don't do nothing. That's all they do. You can tell he doesn't have much respect for the. Oh, no doubt about it, VV. 100%. He doesn't have. Well, first of all, he doesn't even like women. So now let me just deal with that. Mackie does not like women. He tolerates us. Y'all, Mackie don't like women. Mackie tolerate us. And there are a lot of men, y'all, that are in relationships that they really just don't like women, but they tolerate us. A part of them understand they really can't live without us. That there is something there when there's a connection there with the woman. There's a certain level of development, but the same thing with women. I think their men develop us as well. But Mackie, I don't think Mackie likes women. Oh yeah, Mackie is off the chain. Mackie, yeah, but somehow he think God is pleased with him divorcing this, and he obviously think God is pleased with him doing what he's doing here on the internet to Alicia Kim. He thinks that God is pleased with that. That God using him. God ain't using him. The devil using him. Because honey, listen. Because I don't see. One of those times he came on y'all. I could see a spirit on him for sure, and it wasn't no Holy Spirit. I saw a spirit. I saw a demonic spirit on Mackie. One of my gifts. I have several of them. I am very prophetic. I see things before they happen. Sometimes I can. Sometimes my gifting, I can prophesy to people. I can hear. So that's part of my gifting. I've been having it since I was in my early 20s. Once I gave my life to the Lord. Sometimes it just depends how the Holy Spirit wants to use me. And when I saw Mackie that time, I saw Mackie with a spirit on him. I'm a seer. I can see things. I can if you make a decision today, I can see how that decision will affect you 5 and 10 years down the road. That's part of my gifting. This is why I say to y'all that I felt like Nary and Alicia Kim allegedly, if it's Nary, because they haven't technically have confirmed that to any of us. Um, Allegedly, if it's Nary, they could have handled this just a little differently, just a little differently, to keep the amount of warfare that they're dealing with now wouldn't have happened. And that's why I said it's important for you to make wise decisions, and you're able to say, okay, if I make this decision today, right, what will that decision do for me 5 years? What are the effects of that decision 5 years from now, or 10 years now? And if you're not able to see that, then you need to get with people who can, because it is important about your decisions. That's why Nary said what he said to the pastor. He said, I'm conflicted because how much should I share, right? But I don't want them to, you know what I mean? I don't want them. His point is he doesn't want to bring damage to his kids. So that he's conflicted. Correct. Oh yeah, Mackie most definitely had motives. Um, that he shouldn't have. Y'all, Mackie had motives marrying Kim. Maggie, listen, they do not want to listen. A 67-year-old man marrying a 27, 28-year-old woman knows exactly what he's doing, y'all. Mackie knew what he was doing. Kim hadn't lived long enough to understand what it meant to marry somebody that has been married 3 times and hasn't taken any responsibility for the breakdown of his marriages. You understand what I'm saying? Kim didn't for that. Kim had almost been here 3 decades. One of them decades she was 10 years old. You understand? But anybody that been here almost 7 decades know exactly what he's doing. Correct, Vivi. Right. Well, this is right. Wait, I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that if it is married, see, y'all, when you are still married, and I know you feel the right that I can move on, where I can do whatever I want to do, and to some degree, that's true. You can because you are an adult. But what I'm saying, what wisdom will tell you, is that when you are going through a divorce, you need to close that door first. You need to close that door first. If it if Nary is the guy, both of the Alicia Kim door should have been closed, Nary door should have been closed. Then they go and have babies and do whatever they want to do. What I'm saying, if he's the guy, I'm saying that they should have done this differently. Because sometimes we bring unnecessary warfare to our own lives based on the decisions that we make. You see what I'm saying? Uh, I don't see. They are adults. They make their own decisions. They do what they want. I'm just saying, for you to keep unnecessary warfare from your life, you need to make smarter decisions, right? So Krista wouldn't be coming on here trying to act like she the wife, and she's right. Legally, she is the wife, but I wouldn't be doing that knowing that we're actually going through a divorce. The See, and what I'm saying is, it was their hatred for Alicia Kim is why Krista and Sheena is on YouTube running off at the mouth. But what I'm saying is that those two women wouldn't have been pulled into it if, well, they probably still would have been pulled into it just to say. So let's say this. Let's say Alicia Kim allegedly and Nary would have done it. Like both of them divorced, then they got together, then they had a kid. Even then, I still think Krista and Sheena would have come up, but just in a different way. It wouldn't be what it is now, where they're trying to accuse us of, of being okay with adultery, because that's what they accuse Alicia Kim fans of doing. That's what they accuse us of doing, that we're okay with adultery and all that kind of stuff. Right. Correct. Well, Rum Ram did that, right? Well, Mackie, right? Uh, Mackie and Rum Ram are responsible for that. So let me tell you what they're trying to do. They're trying to be slick. So this is their rationale. Because y'all, I try to go over there and just to kind of see what their thought process is, to see why they are saying what they're saying. So part of what their issue is that this is what they felt like. They felt like Mackie coming out was equal to this. They are saying that it was Alicia Kim that started this because she told us that Mackie stole it, that Mackie took the toilet paper and the oil and all that kind of stuff, right? And that she said the other thing that Kim said, that Mackie is behaving this way because Mackie don't want to leave the sister house. So they're saying that when Alicia Kim said those things, right, she is the one that initiated, right, this by saying those things. They think that is equal to how Mackie is coming out, right, trying to defend himself. But the bottom line is Mackie said that that's what he did. Exactly. Mackie admitted to everything she said. So they think that is reason enough for Mackie to do what he's doing. And what I'm saying is not. They're saying she initiated it. She should, in other words, what they're saying, she shouldn't have said none of that. Then if Mackie came out, I guess then it would have been totally different, right? But the bottom line is that that is not equal. The reason why Kim was saying what she said, because everybody knew that she was getting an apartment, and she never gave off that Boo was not going to live there with her. I just knew that Boo was there. So it didn't shock me when she said, oh, when he left and took this and he took that. I never thought that they were going to be living in two separate places. But for some reason, on her enemy side, they thought that Alicia Kim came off as if she was staying there by herself. No, I never thought that. I always knew her husband was there with her. She just wasn't showing him as much because they were having issues. You see, y'all see what I'm saying? So that's where the other side is coming from, right? That they feel like Alicia Kim initiated it by saying all those things to us. But Mackie said those things were true. We don't have a problem with Mackie coming out and want to give his side about what he thinks is true, but that's not what he's doing. He's coming on the internet trying to destroy her by talking about she used him, she cheated on him, she did. Child, baby, no. Now, if you want to come and tell us that Alicia Kim took some detergent, then we'll listen, because she told us. She told us you took some detergent. Okay, if you want to come and tell us she took some detergent, okay. But everything that he has said that she's done, she's proven the opposite. She said she paid for her birthday trip. Now I don't really understand that. How you got a whole husband and you paying for birthday trip. I mean, and then you gamble up $1,000. Half of that you could have paid for the trip. and then take the other 500 or whatever, and then go play your games. But you let her pay for it, which she had proof and receipts of it. I mean, it is just it's that crazy. That's what I'm saying. So that's the issue because I wanted to kind of and addition to once they started digging into Nary's background, then they wanted to then expose the type of person that she was with and the type of person uh, that she chose, and that's how Sheena and Krista came along, and then now they're accusing all of those that support Alicia Kim of adultery, but no one over here in B Nation, no one on Rodney's channel or talk up the things, and the other women are saying anything about we condone adultery. That is just a lie. They are not being honest. What we are saying that they are adults, they make their own decisions, and we can't force no grown person to make decisions. What we're defending is what is right. While y'all evil behinds trying to destroy a young adult, Alicia Kim, who now has a kid and want to dog her mama and brother out because Mackie divorced her, y'all have lost your mind. Y'all have lost your mind. There's something wrong with y'all. If you think we gonna dog her out and get upset with her because she moved on with her life, could she have done make better decisions? Of course, all of us can. But if you think we gonna sit up here and be okay with a whole bunch of ignorant men and a few confused women trying to destroy not only another young woman but another black woman when we already dealing with racism in this country and all over the world. You want us to jump on that bandwagon? You have lost your mind. Correct. You lost your mind. I ain't gonna ever be okay with you jumping on someone that had to pick herself up after her husband told her, brought her over here from Jamaica, and then want to control and rule over her. And then when she refused to do it, allow it. I mean, when she refused to allow it, he's using immigration, all that kind of stuff, and dogging her out on the internet with other black men and other black women while we already dealing with racism in this world. You think I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon? You got to be kidding me. Exactly creation. Correct. And that's what they're accusing us of. You think I'm jumping? I'm not jumping. I mean, you crazy. Jumping on that bandwagon. Do y'all know the kind of stuff we dealing with here in the U.S. when it comes to racism and all over this world? You think I'm gonna jump and then you think get out of here with that nonsense. That's why I say I'm gonna always support her. She prayed, she got prayer. Let God deal with whatever decisions that her and Nary have made. But I'm not gonna ever be okay with dumb rascals dogging out a black woman. I don't care where she's from, and ripping her apart as and if all of their slates is clean. And Ram, a whole married man, DM and Kim, and then he talking about adultery himself. Child, please, what you think that is? Please, exactly creation, because them folks are so nasty over there under Ram and Mackie, and I mean they are disgusting, baby. I've been reading some of those comments, going to all the women things and the things that I mean they are disgusting. I mean, it is ridiculous. Correct. I mean, that's exactly what Mackie tried to do. Try to control that girl. That's why I told you that Mackie knew what he was doing. He married a 28-year-old. Didn't I tell y'all that? Hey, Lorena, didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all when a 67-year-old decides to marry a 28-year-old, that's just not a decision you make out the air. You done been here almost 7 decades. You know what you're doing. Right. And he a Jezebel, St. Mary. He got a Jezebel spirit. He got a Jezebel spirit. Him, him, all of them. All of men got a Jezebel spirit. Any man worrying about a woman making a video about a wig is very concerning. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. You worrying about how her wig video doing as a man? That's what I'm saying. Mackie knew what he was doing. Mackie knew what he was doing. Yeah, Saint Mary. According to Mackie, his sisters and stuff are Jezebel. That's what he told Alicia Kim when he was talking about him like a dog. Oh, absolutely, he was jealous. There are husband and wife that can be jealous of one another. 100%. He absolutely was jealous of her. So I mean, this nonsense they got going on is just ridiculous. That's exactly right. Well, that's all of their problem. Not only Mackie, Rum Ram, and all that, they cannot keep Alicia Kim subscribers and fans to drop her. And that's what they're mad about. No matter what they do. Yeah, thinking somebody go, you crazy. I ain't jumping on no bandwagon, you dogging no black woman out like that because she decided to move on and because the man she was with divorced her. Well, what y'all wanted her to do? Just sit up there in Florida and cry to cry until Mackie's okay. Okay, you can stop crying now and then you can move on. You think she need y'all permission to move on? Exactly. Right. Well, they listen. They so ignorant. They somehow think that married people that have some type of I don't know. They think you in a better situation if you married than single. It is the most ignorant thing that I've ever heard. It is just nonsense. Even Rum Ram don't. It's not even enjoying his marriage. You don't never hear him talk about his wife. The only reason why he talked about his wife is because Rodney put something out about who was such and such. He had to admit that he was 15 years younger than his wife. And then Rodney said the brother that's in England married a woman much older than he as well, and he divorced that person. But he right here talking about Alicia Kim when he got a whole family member then divorced, married a whole older woman, and I think more than 15 years, and divorced her. Why you think he? Well, we can say he did it for a green card. I mean, come on now. But that's what I'm saying. No. all this racism and all this stuff going on around the world. The world, we in chaos, we in so much chaos, all kind of stuff about to break out, and he's sitting up here wanting us to jump on the bandwagon with him and other black females and black men dogging Alicia Kim out. Get out of here with that foolishness. Oh, Saint Mary, you kidding me? Because I don't even have the patience to watch his nonsense. Are you kidding me right now? Ooh, he better be very careful. He better be very careful if Alicia Kim come out here and talk about how his little how he had sex. He better be careful. See, I'm telling y'all, I can see the stuff coming. He better be careful. Don't let Alicia start talking about their sex life because baby, it gonna hit the fan then. He better leave that girl body parts alone. And he need to look in the mirror and worry about how he looks. I mean, that's so disrespectful. Why would you do that? Why would you no y'all hear me what I tell you? Let me tell you, I can see this thing coming. He better stop before Alicia Kim start talking about how he performed in that bed. And all H is gonna break loose. I can guarantee you that. Now, what is that even? Now, tell me why is that even a big deal? Why would he be talking about her toenails? What difference does it make? No, y'all. I told y'all last time. I said Mac need to stop before Kim come out with some stuff. I'm telling you, I can see this. I'm telling you, I can see it coming. If he don't stop, he gonna push that girl to say stuff she don't want to say. Hear me what I tell you. And that is married conflict. That he don't want to get into all of those details like that. And Alicia Kim is the exact same way. He said, Alicia Kim said, now don't make me have to come back on this YouTube again. Y'all hear me what I tell you. If he don't stop, some stuff coming out that we don't need to know. Now I'm just telling you. Because honey, you talking about somebody's toenail ain't no big deal. Because people wearing sandals, you can look at people's toenail and that ain't nothing. But baby, you don't want that girl to come out and start talking about how you perform in that bed. Because I can remember one video, he was asking Alicia Kim, I don't know whether y'all remember this. Listen to me, creation, listen, he better stop. I'm telling you, something coming down the road for him if he don't stop. I don't know whether y'all remember this, but this was a long time ago when I was watching it. When this is when they were, I think, around when she first moved around here and creation. When she first moved here to America, and I think it was a little bit into their marriage. Kim, he was asking Kim, I guess, about how he performed, and I'm a woman, y'all. Listen, I'm a woman. Alicia Kim, like baby, you're fine. You good. But when Alicia Kim said it, I knew just as a woman what that response meant. Because I know women and how we respond when something is, when your partner is really making it happen for you. You see what I'm saying? So I could tell to her it was just all right. You about 70. She don't expect for you to have no, to be. you know, like, but I could tell based on her response, you okay. He need to leave that alone. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, I can see it coming. He better stop. Ex- exactly. But baby, but if she hit that, if she hit Mackie better stop. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you now. I'm just saying he needs to leave it alone. And even when Alicia Kim was talking, she said, "See, I don't want to get into all of this. I don't want to." Her and Natalie. I'm telling you, y'all. Hear me what I tell you, y'all. Where else can she really go with it though? Think about it, y'all. What other direction would she take this? Because we already know he'd have been married 4 times. She's the fourth wife. He got multiple baby mothers. We already know he's not a good father. He dog his grandchildren out. He dog his family out. He doesn't like women. He just tolerates them. Where else can Alicia Kim go? I'm just saying he might want to leave this alone and go on about his business. I'm telling y'all, somebody better tell Mackie he don't want his business out here. Because now what he's doing, y'all, he's attacking her body. And that's not cool. And so that, I mean, why would you talk about her toenails like this? Okay, and what? Don't let that girl start coming back talking about your body parts, cause the internet gonna break then. Listen, the internet gonna break then. I'm just saying, y'all. Boo better leave this thing alone. This ain't gonna work out well for him. Mackie is unattractive. I mean, okay. Let me just put it this way: Mackie is unattractive to me. I don't care that he has muscles. To me, he's not cute. But that's just me. That's just my take. I mean, he may not think that I'm attractive. So yeah, I mean, he's just a guy that has muscles, but he's not an attractive guy. No, I don't think nothing about him is good looking at all. I think his body looks great for his age, but that's it. But I don't think that he's an attractive guy at all. Mm-mm, I don't. So he needs to chill out. I mean, see, Mary, I'm so glad you told me that because I couldn't listen to all that nonsense. I listened to that stuff when he started talking about character, and I made a comment. And you've been married 4 times with multiple baby mothers, and your children have issues with you. You have character issues. I didn't make that comment, but I didn't listen to. I couldn't sit through it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He just keep his body up. But I mean, that ain't nothing just because he got muscles. Nobody cares nothing about no muscles. And you don't even know how to treat. You don't even know how to treat a woman. Man, go sit your raggedy behind down. Nobody cares about that. Y'all, nobody. Let me say this because I think there's a misconception when it comes to attracting them. Nobody cares that you pretty. Nobody cares that you attractive. Nobody cares that you fine or any of that kind of stuff if you don't know how to treat people. You are unattractive. Period. Creation. What creation thing? Well, Vivi, what I'm saying that this is what he don't understand. That people that she can come back and talk about something wrong with him or what she had issues with. Hey, Keisha. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then I understand this vibe person, daughter cursing Ronnie out. You don't teach it. You got to teach your children how to respect the elderly, even if you don't like them. But you got your children talking to old people like that. Baby, God ain't pleased with that kind of stuff. And what I'm saying, what if Kim come out and start talking about something on one of his body parts? Y'all, it's not necessary. And it's just wrong. This is just ridiculous. Listen, I knew he was saying some nasty stuff. I knew I just couldn't listen to it. I said, I'm not listening to this. That I'm not doing. So I'm not shocked that he talked about her feet like that. Because he's very mean spirited. There's a spirit on him. Y'all, it's almost how I got some homework that I gotta get done. Y'all, but I want to come on and just thank D Nation. Y'all are the bomb.com. I appreciate y'all so much. Creation, thank you so much for me putting on comments only for subscribers. So I can only dialogue with my subscribers, which is wonderful. Those that would like to dialogue with us, go ahead and join the B Nation family. Uh, but that right, he has a lot of nerve, y'all. Sometimes I have to cut through what I'm saying. He has a lot of nerve to be criticized. Exactly. He better be glad Alicia Kim even looked upon his behind. They got nerve to be talking about somebody. I mean, he's such a kid. And then he think after that some woman gonna want him. Child, when a woman see all that stuff he doing to his ex-wife, they will his days of women is over unless she ain't got no self-esteem. But we've already said over here in B Nation that Krista and Sheena should get with Mackie. That's what we believe over here in B Nation, that they all make a good match. That they need to date him. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much, like I said, for the support, the love, for helping me monetize the channel. Could not do it without you guys. I am so excited that y'all, I did buy a vlog camera. I don't know what I'm doing with it, y'all. I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out because y'all know I was just using my cell phone. Right now, like I'm using my desktop, especially from home. But if I'm out trying to do something, I want to show y'all some stuff. Thanks, BB. I bought a vlog camera. It was only like 60 something dollars. I think it was like 60 something dollars. And I got to figure out how to use the thing. All these different gadgets. My cell phone. Turn it on, hit the camera, and that's all I got to do, y'all. I ain't got to worry about nothing else. So I got to figure this out. Once I figure this out, I'll try to use this so I can see the quality of it and all that beautiful stuff. But y'all, once again, thank y'all, B Nation. I appreciate you guys. I really, 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 really do. So don't forget, guys, to share the live. And I will see you guys next week. Now, if something comes on, Yeah, Vivi. Yeah, Vivi. I think he probably was attractive when he was when he was younger. I don't know what's that, but the bottom line is he shouldn't be talking about her body parts. Period. Period. Wait so they weren't with their wives on Valentine's. They wasn't hanging out with their family, with the wives. Someone put some respect on the name. He don't even want to be married to that woman. Yeah, he just used that woman for a green card or whatever he got with that. My man don't want that woman. That's why he was DMing Kim. I mean, I hate to say it. Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all have a great Sunday. I'm gonna lay down just for a little bit, then I gotta get up and get my homework done. But I love y'all. I will see you guys next week. I don't know. I'll see what's. I didn't get a chance to watch Nary's last third episode with that person. And of course, I know I'm just not watching Mackie. I may watch just a little bit of it just to check him sometimes in that thing, but I don't have the patience for that. And I don't think y'all. I don't. Krista didn't come back on, did she? Listen. I know she. Well, let's see what she's gonna have to say. Hopefully she has learned her lesson, right? Hopefully. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Like I said, happy Valentine's Day, and thank y'all so much. I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.